We're watching it happen as we speak. It's happening right now. This is the greatest financial experiment in the history of, modern times. This has never happened before. What's happening right now has never happened before, ever. And if it did, it was a different age, like 250,000 years ago or something crazy. This is something to pay attention to. Cryptocurrencies gained steam because they were anonymous forms of payment. Peer to peer, which means from me to you or you to me, straight. No middleman, no nothing. I always thought this stuff was weird because they never figured out who the actual inventor of Bitcoin was. With all the CIA and MI6 and all this crazy stuff, they don't know who created Bitcoin. They're saying some Japanese dude. I don't believe that. I believe that it was the NSA. And I believe that they're allowing these cryptocurrencies and all these different coins to get into our psyche so that we will accept them in a few years. But the USD coin is going to be tracked. It's not going to be anonymous. And if you got an account or wallet with a bunch of coins, and the United States doesn't, like you, or they think you're a threat, or maybe you're suspected of something, it only takes a click of a mouse to freeze all of your USD coins. How do you go to the store? How do you buy things? How do you get on a train? I'm cool, y'all. Y'all watch out for this, man. Straight up. 100%. And this is why, the necessities of trust are proven more and more apparent every single day. The reason why I'm not going to stop doing the foundation just yet, because it's getting crazy and people need to know what's going on. I have a certain way of looking at things. So I like to think that I, read between the lines a lot. Sometimes I read between the lines and I see another line, read between those, and, I get confused. But more often than not, I'm pretty spot on with, the things that transpire. This USD coin, it's a stable, they call it a stable coin, United States denominated crypto coin, man. It's coming. Look it up. Circle. Goldman Sachs bought it. They're pushing this USD coin. I thought it was going to be Ripple. This stuff came out of nowhere as far as I'm concerned. It's not. I don't know if it's still going to be Ripple. It might. But they got a USD coin. Pay attention, man. Look. This is nothing to joke about. Nothing to joke about at all. Look. Let's say you have a problem. Let's say I'm in Texas. Let's say I'm in Texas. The state of Texas has an issue with me. They freeze all, my bank accounts. So L's bank accounts. Well, if I'm administering trust properly, and I'm not commingling, I'm not self-dealing, you cannot associate these trust accounts with me personally and freeze those. You can only do that if you determine that the trust is disregarded as a separate entity. I would have to demonstrate a certain type of lack of fiduciary responsibility with regards to the administration of my private estate in order for that to be possible. So even if we do have to, let's say they pull all the fiat out, the currencies, the cash. Let's say they pull all the cash out. And we get to a point in 6 or 7 years where it's like, yo, look, we got to do business with these USD coins. It's crazy. Well, I'm doing business with USD coins in the name of a business trust. That is a contract trust that doesn't owe its existence to state legislation. Therefore, it is not governed by legislation. It's not controlled by legislation. And the only way to get at that contract entity is by mismanagement by the executive trustees. And I do not mismanage. I do not. I was taught how to manage entities in business school. but there was public entities. But it's pretty much the same thing. If you're administering your trust estate, anything that you do at a job where you work that could get you fired is going to get you in trouble as a trustee. Just think, man, if you're administering your trust, you're like, man, can I do this? Can I do this? I mean, if you don't feel like calling me, which I recommend that you do, like if you're a trustee, call me. You got my number. But if you don't call me, just think about it. It's like, okay, so if I know this is the trust, it's the family trust, but let's say if I was an employee for this trust and I did that, would I get in trouble? Could I get fired? Would it be called embezzlement? Could it be potentially called theft? Oh, that's the question to ask. That's the question. That's the $1 million question. Like, if I'm properly structured in trust, and the trust that I'm administering has these USD coins in them, I want to see them try to do something. That's a tort. I'm gonna tell you, that's a tort. The necessities of trust are lack of ownership. No one can take anything from you that you don't own. No one can tax anything to you that you don't own. The government can't do these things. These things are impossible. You know how powerful a contract trust is? I figured out how powerful a contract trust is when I attempted to run my business trust through underwriting for, I think, a bank credit card. I mean, the sister talked to me. She was talking to me like I was trying to get her fired. I don't know what legal said to her, but they didn't want to do it. And that just means, all that means to me is, it's too powerful of an entity for them to interface with in a potential situation where there could be loss, subsequent loss, substantial loss. I don't open the checking accounts, open the savings accounts all day. But as far as like straight up giving credit to the business trust, I mean, they're gonna want to see bank statements. And you can do it. You can do it. You run trust through underwriting for properties, vehicles, all that stuff. I'm just talking about for a credit card or some sort of line of credit. Good luck with that. It's too powerful. They know that. Trusts are necessary to avoid these types of situations. Trust is necessary to perpetuate your wealth to the next generation without it being touched by the outsiders, by those in the public. A trust can protect your assets. A trust will get you more respect. Title your vehicle in a trust and then get pulled over and see how they talk to you. See how confused they are. See how they kind of don't want to deal with you because they really don't know who you are or who you know. So they kind of scratch their head and kind of tell you to get the hell out of here. Every time. They're like, I don't want you in the trust. This car. Who's the owner of this car? That's the first question. They're expecting me to say, I don't know, or Billy, or something like that, so they can, rough me up. Say it's a stolen car. So I say the name of the trust, word for word. And man, this was a couple of weeks ago. He was confused. He was like, I could just see he didn't know. He wasn't trained for that. He looked at me. He kind of looked at the car. He looked at me. He was like, "Are you so you work for the trust?" I was like, "Well, technically I'm the trustee, but I'm not the only trustee, and I'm under contractual obligation to execute the trust. So while I'm attending to trust business, I have free use of the trust vehicle." He just looked at me crazy. He looked at me like I stabbed his mom or something. It was almost horror. And he was like, "You know what? Hey, just slow down and signal your turn and have a good day." Yeah, I was speeding and I bent the corner like NASCAR. I drive fast. I'm just gonna be honest. I drive fast. Anybody who's driven with me knows I drive fast. Anybody who's driven with me knows that I used to race, man. I used to street race, man. And I decked out a car. I put like $70,000 into a car, like turbo. I'm talking everything. I used to street race, man. So I can drive. I can seriously drive, and I like to drive. And I bent the corner like NASCAR. I'm telling you, I bent that corner like NASCAR. He pulled me over. Other time, I ran a red light. Got pulled over by a sheriff. A sheriff pulled me over. I ran the mess out of that red light. It's like where I live, I swear to God, every single time the light turned green, by the time they have it timed, if you do the speed limit, and by the time you get to the next light, it's red. Every single light is red in my city. I swear, oh my God, it irritates me. So I be banging. I'm not trying to stop at every single red light. It's bad for my brakes, bad for the gas, and it genuinely just upsets me. The average American spends 6 months of their life altogether at red lights. Come on, man. By the time you die, you don't spend 6 months of your life sitting at red lights, man. I ain't got time for that, man. And then, I was in the islands, and one of my partners was like, "Oh man, you listen to the robot?" I was sitting at a red light with no cross traffic. He was just like, "You listen to the robot?" This was like 7 years ago. Man, I ain't listened to robot ever since. But yeah, I bent the corner. Sheriff pulled me over. Came up to the car and said, "You know why I pulled you over?" I said, "Yes, I do." I made that turn with a little bit of speed. Most people slow down during turns. I kind of accelerated into the turn. Can I see your license and your insurance? Went back to the car. Came back it was like 6 minutes later. Told me to slow down and have a good day. I'm not playing. I'm not lying. I'm not playing. I'm not lying. Secret of truth. I attribute it to the trust. Having the vehicle titled in the trust. I had the similar, situation, similar experience when I titled vehicles in corporations, in LLCs. But I get much more respect with the vehicle in the trust. It's necessary. It's absolutely necessary. You're not going to pop off of me. These people, they pull over senators, judges, politicians. Their vehicles are in trust. They don't know who I am. Scratching their head. They have no idea who I am. Trust is necessary. Trust is necessary to protect your assets. Trust is necessary to title property, not in the name of the debtor, the individual. I don't think that's advantageous. As a matter of fact, I know that's not advantageous. Because anything that you own can be taken from you. Anything. And that's why we own nothing, control everything. Specifically, USD coin. Let's say it comes. Let's say they pull all of the Federal Reserve notes out of circulation. I mean, I'm private, but people who are in the public, who I'm doing business with, are not. So there's going to be a need for the foundation for SOT L to do business in this USD coin. But I bet you money. Transacting with this USD coin on a much different level than anyone else will be. Most people will be. And that's through trust. Trust brokerage accounts at investment firms, Charles Schwab, Fidelity. It's very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. It's part of the estate. When you die, all the accounts that are in the name of the individual have to be closed. You got to get a bunch of death certificates. I have a friend of mine who had a family member pass in the last couple of weeks. Very suddenly, too. It was crazy. That stuff is crazy, man. Crazy. I've dealt with a lot of death in my families and stuff like that. But, man, it's still, But, I was giving advice. You got to do a lot of death certificates because you're going to need these to not only get access to certain accounts, but, in order to close them and, for the probate attorney. It's unnecessary when you're structured in trust properly, contract trust. Not necessary. Absolutely unnecessary. Why? Because the trust never dies. The successors, they just come on and they take over the administration of the trust. They take it over. And it's a very, very powerful way to be structured. Y'all know. We all, if we're not doing business privately, we're all working to get there. I do want to tell you this. All this W-8 ban, all this crazy stuff is ridiculously unnecessary when you're dealing with trust, the system of interrelating trust. I'm going to tell you like this. Let me just put it straight blank. Trust, contract trusts, actually they're not even trusts or contracts. They're treated as trusts with regards to Federal Reserve notes, how the income is dispersed and how it's taxed. Check the archive and rewind it if you want to hear that again. A trust can disperse, contract trust can disperse, a complex contractual trust can disperse 100% of its taxable liability to its beneficiary, therefore owing no tax. It can also donate 100% of its taxable income to a charity, receive a charitable deduction on its return or a credit, and also owe no tax. Through the system of interrelating trust, we legally avoid taxation. I ain't no W-8 bins or none of that crazy. That stuff is crazy to me. That stuff is absolutely crazy. A contract trust is a non-resident alien. A contract trust is a non-resident alien. A contract trust is a non-resident alien. It is alien to the United States. It does not owe its existence to the United States or any state within the United States. And it is alien to the United States. And it is a non-resident. It does not reside within the United States. 10 square miles, Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, Guam, Samoan Islands, and any insular possession. Anything flying that flag is an insular possession of the 10 square miles of Washington, D.C. Put that together. The contract trust is a non-resident alien. All this misinformation out here. I mean, y'all get away from these agents. Get away from these agents, these fools, these gurus. Trying to make a buck or make a name or be famous or something. Get a wife or a husband. I don't know what the problem is. And I don't know what the point is. Think you're cool. Oh, I'm cool. We live in a selfie generation, the age of selfies, the age of look at me, look at me, look at me. The age of me, me, me. Look at all my benefits. Look at all my good things, my good qualities. Don't talk about my negative qualities. They don't exist. I'm not going to address them. These people, what are their motives? My motive, 100% tired of doing business with people who do not look like me. I've been all over the world. 100% tired of doing business with people who do not look like me. 100%. Do I need to do this? I absolutely do not. I absolutely do not need to be on the airwaves. It's not a requirement. This is all love. 100% love. What are the liabilities with the trust? 39.6%. So that's a large percent. That's all so. That's like almost 40%. 40% might as well be 50%. You mean to tell me that trusts are taxed at almost 50%? Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, any currency that isn't dispersed or expensed at the end of the year is taxed. Expensed according to the contract. Contractually, our trusts are responsible for food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, and retirement services. If you say gold and silver is retirement services, it is. It absolutely is. Specifically in the contract indenture, it says trustees have full authority to interpret the contract law and no one outside the trust has any authority to interpret the contract. If you say that that's what the contract means, that's what it means. That's exactly what it means. The worst case scenario is that all the income that went through your trust that you made with the trust is going to be taxed to the individual. That's the worst case scenario. Oh my God, I missed it in my trust all year. What's the worst that can happen? So everything that you've made with the trust, they're gonna associate it as being made by the individual. Therefore, the individual must claim that on his tax return. Oh yeah, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much it. If you do it right, there'll be zero taxes on income legally. And this, I mean, Supreme Court cases for days that verify that fact. It's not your duty to organize your affairs in such a way to where you owe taxes to the federal. That's not a duty. That's not a duty. Your duty is to pay the tax if you owe it. But it's not your duty to organize your affairs to where you must pay taxes. If you organize your affairs to where your tax obligation is zero, substantially, legally, it cannot be questioned. It happens every day. There's like, there's a number floating around, some circles that like almost 50% of the population in the United States does not pay income taxes. How correct and accurate that number is, I have no idea. But, it's quite possible. It's definitely quite possible. I know I don't pay income taxes on the labor energy that my Creator gave me that I convert into goods and services or, currency. I definitely do not. Definitely do not. Absolutely not. To me, that is sacrilegious, blasphemy. It's some deep stuff. The Creator gave me life, and I'm letting the public tax it. How much am I paying in taxes? If it's an individual, your tax, 15%. 15%, 20%, 25%? Goodness. So if you're paying 15% in taxes, am I doing 15% of good to the world? To match that, I should be doing 20%. If I'm paying 15% in taxes on my income with my life, with my energy, then I should be devoting 15% of my life and energy, or 20%, 25% of my life and energy to charitable works or something, right? Because who's more important, my Creator or the beast? As far as I'm concerned, my Creator. I'm definitely going to get in position to work more in line with my Creator. Even the prophet Jesus, Host Sot, said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto the Lord what is the Lord's. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto the Lord what is the Lord's. Yo, man, Caesar did not create, look, the United States of America did not create me, did not give me life, did not give me energy, did not give me time on this planet. That gets none. Gets none, brother. Gets none. Absolutely nirps. I got a brother I'm working with in the private who is having a hard time understanding that concept. But when I broke it down to him like that, did they give you life? Did they give you energy? Did they give you time on this earth? No. So why should they profit off of you converting that life, energy, time on this earth into a value? So that you can, pay your bills, feed yourself, all this other stuff. It makes sense when you understand that the public is dead and the public needs humans to do its work, to speak for it, to act for it. And these are people in these specific public positions. Just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. Well, you're full of crap. And your job is anti-creator. And that's real, you know. The necessities of trust, look, if you go into work every day and they withholding taxes, that means a portion of your time at that job was for nothing. Or actually, maybe not for nothing, but it wasn't for you. It wasn't for your family. And it wasn't for your estate. That's the problem. Pinpoint it. Put your finger right on it. That's the issue. They did not give you life. They did not give you energy. Why did they get it? Something's not right, so I feel like something's not right. Well, that's not right. Let me start with that. Break your neck to get out of that position. Break your neck to get more in line with natural law and less in line with commercial law. Break your neck. Sacrifice whatever you have to sacrifice. If someone's willing to pay you for your car, whatever, do it. In my opinion, I feel like there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, don't matter. And now we need to seize opportunities and not second guess. But we have been programmed profusely with this, this public indoctrination. And I know it's tough and it takes time to change habits and mental paradigms. But I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you. Every time I get on the air, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling because you can feel it in your spirit. But then, you get off the line and you turn your podcast off or whatever, and you go back to your existence, and you let the mundane drawdowns of your daily life put you back in that position. You start making excuses. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Oh man. If I only had time, I gotta pay these bills, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And that's no sacrifice, man. You never have the time unless you take the time. And what is the purpose? What is the cause? What are you doing? What are you working for? To pay off the mortgage? To buy some knickknacks and, have some brews to watch the game? A lot of us are suffering for lack of self-esteem, lack of self-worth, because we ain't about nothing. We're not doing anything, and we think that, I went to work for 8 hours, 10 hours, that's all I need to do. Man, you did that for someone else. You worked for someone else's dream, someone else's corporation that they made for the benefit of their private estate. You think bringing home Federal Reserve notes 2 times a month is all that it takes for you to be what you're supposed to be as far as your family goes? I don't think that's man, no, absolutely not. I don't think that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do it. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I had the money. I just didn't. I went and got a job and I worked 2 years. And it was a labor job. Actually, it was less than 2 years. I got the job because I needed 2 years of tax returns. So I got the job in like October. And then that was the October to December. That was 1 year, and then I worked the whole next year. I worked for probably about 16 months, so I could get 2 years of tax returns, so I can do the first-time home buyer. And first-time home buyer, you can buy a single-family, duplex, triplex, or fourplex. You can't go any higher than a fourplex. Well, guess what? Is it sold by a single-family? Absolutely not. As far as I'm concerned, a single-family, that American dream, single-family home, white picket, that's the trick. You're a slave for that. The true American dream is going into business. And if you buy a multi-family property, you are buying a business. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. I was talking to my daughter earlier today. One of our properties needs work. She was asking me, am I going to buy this car? I told her, no, I'm going to fix the property. She asked me why, and I said, because am I going to put money into an appreciating asset, such as real estate, or am I going to put my money into a depreciating asset, such as a vehicle? And she said, oh, that makes sense. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. You do a first-time home buyer, you get a duplex. You get a renter. If you do it right, you don't have to pay the mortgage. The renter is going to take care of the mortgage. So what you just did is you just eliminated rent. Imagine not paying rent. Imagine not having to be responsible for rent, man. Imagine not having to worry about a home mortgage because it's taken care of. Can you imagine that? First couple months I was shook. I thought they were coming for me. They never came. And then you put that property in trust and you go to work, let it make money, name successors to the trust, and keep it moving. Not $1 is lost through probate. Creditors, litigators, sue me all day. Come on, please sue me. Put a case on me. Come on, I mean, I don't got nothing. I'm poor. I don't have a job. I don't have any income. I don't have anything. Over 70% of social services and healthcare, government, social services and healthcare are used by wealthy individuals. 70%. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? The wealthy people, the 1%, most of them have Obamacare. And they do things like this. Like, I go into the dentist and like, oh, you need a cavity. Like, what kind of material do you use for the cavity? Well, your insurance covers this. What does my insurance not cover? Your insurance does not cover this. Well, how much is that? Well, that is this. Well, how about I pay that with the family trust because that falls under health care. So it's an actual allowable deductible expense on the 1041. It's crazy. The family trust can do an HSA, health savings account, in the name of the trustee. That's health care. It is what it is, man. I'm ranting. I was talking to a friend of mine, and last minute I was like, all right, man, well, I'll do the show, man. I'm not going to leave my people hanging, man. Like, I really feel responsible for, my audience and stuff. And I want every one of y'all to get properly structured. I want every one of y'all to get free. Just send me an email. Like, yo, Sot, I'm free. I really get enjoyment out of people who say, I started my business listening to your show. I'm a long-time listener. I never got a consultation, but, I do have my business. I did do my 8832. They did approve it. I got an actual viable, actual for real corporation. Not a disregarded entity. Like an actual for real corporation. That makes me feel good. That's what I get out of it. I want you to succeed, and I want you to be happy. That's my motivation. I'm going to go to the phone line. You got any callers? Let me see. I ain't even looking. Oh, we only got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left in the broadcast. I don't even think I'm going to stream. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the show on time this evening. But, it's important. It's definitely important. Necessities of trust. I know it sounds far-fetched, and it's like, it's not really within my grasp. Yes, it is. Quit playing. Quit, diminishing your abilities and your skills. You never know unless you try. And most of the time, you're going to talk yourself out of trying. Because you're afraid of looking funny if you fail or getting teased or something like that. Man, damn all that. Damn that. While we over here concerned about what we look like, we're losing. While we over here concerned about people making fun of us or thinking that we cool or something like that, we're losing. While we over here concerned about taking 50 pictures of ourselves so we can post 2, we are losing. We are wasting time and energy on things that do not serve us nor our families. Gotta feel it like your subconscious mind is your all-seeing eye, and you cannot hide anything from it. It sees everything. Now, your conscious mind, you can talk. You can be like, yeah, man, the reason why I did that is because so-and-so did this. And, consciously, you justify it. But your subconscious mind knows. You walk around, your energy is off, and you're wondering why. You're looking for people to blame yourself, because that bullshit that you pulled earlier, your subconscious mind saw it and registered it, and subconsciously you're dealing with the effects of your actions, and you cannot lie to your all-seeing eye. And maybe that was a jewel, maybe that was like some esoteric jewels, but like, fam, your subconscious mind is the all-seeing eye. It's not without you, it is within. Everything is recorded by your subconscious. Consciously, I don't even remember 5 minutes ago. I don't remember what I said 5 minutes ago, word for word. Subconsciously, it's all there. Now, there's different people through prayer and meditation who can access the subconscious mind. There's people through prayer and meditation, they can reach different, who knows, man? I don't know, man. I ain't never done it. So don't get me talking. But if you think that you're playing others, you're playing yourself. When you do a disservice to someone, your subconscious mind records it, and you are doing a disservice to yourself. When you don't act upon what you know you're supposed to do, you can say, oh, man, I don't have time, and, money is tight. And that's you talking to your subconscious mind. And maybe your subconscious mind will be like, yeah, man, you're right, man, fuck them niggas, man. Use my language, but, But your subconscious mind ain't having that. That's why, after you talk yourself out of doing something you're supposed to be doing, that's why your energy drops. Four 222 5250 if you want to call in. I'm going to take you to the phone lines. Press 1 if you want to interact. I know I really wasn't talking about much, but talking about that trust. I think this is my brother, Mellow Bay. Peace, family. How you doing?
Give me a minute. All
right, I'll come back to you. 925-9681. This is Brian from the Bay.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, peace, family. How you doing?
How you doing, man? Make sure everything's all right with you.
Everything's great. It's all good.
Man.
Everything all right with you?
But, everything's all right. Trying to learn what I need to learn, but I guess you could say, and I remember saying this before with you, and I'm thinking, I was like, oh, here I go doing it again. So now it's paralysis when you not analyzing a bunch of stuff, and you're like, you're so in your head and everything. So, and it's funny because for me, usually I just, like when I guess because I'm trying to do, or I'm attempting to do things for not only me but other people. So I'm more, I guess you could say more trying to be careful about what I'm doing. It's like when I do stuff about me, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll just figure it out. Like when it comes to some of the things where I just, jump in and learn on. But then I guess for me, sometimes I'll be like, oh, trying to help my mom, my sister, and all that stuff. So then I'm taking longer with stuff where I should be just like, And like you said, it's like if you know a person, you might as well just talk to the person. You know, why you hesitant? You know, got somebody who already went through the experience and stuff. Get the info for them. So, yeah, that makes sense.
It's ego. Ego. That's what it is. It's not the ego, man. It's a.
Oh, it's not. I think for me, what it was is not really the ego thing. It's about, I guess you can. I'll put it away. You're right. It is an ego thing because the thing is, I guess I kind of sometimes, a lot of things I don't question myself, but then, like for me, I still be feeling kind of funny when it comes to this paperwork stuff. But it's funny because I'll be doing all the other stuff, like when I'm trying to, learn how to fix my credit stuff because I've spent a little bit more time learning about that. I don't feel as, like, oh, okay, I just got to do this, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes with this trust and then, like, learning about the foundation, I'm like, it's such a bigger thing in my mind because I'm like, I'm trying to make sure everything behind me, like when I have kids and my mom and my family, whatever, I'm like, I got a lot more people. So I'm like, I got to be smart about what I'm doing. But, like I remember when you were saying before, man, you just got to, you can't keep on analyzing everything. You got to actually go out there and then, and the person you're working with can help you do what you got to do. If the person already know what they're doing, just, do it. And I'm like, yeah, that's funny because I've told people about that too, but I guess I need to take my own advice about telling somebody that because I had somebody tell me, well, how am I supposed to say, well, you just figure it out. And I said, that's how I do with a lot of stuff. I figure out a lot of things. Just jump head first and just be like, well, I'm going to sink or swim. And, but I guess when it came to this, I wasn't really doing it. I'm learning about it and studying about it, but I ain't, making sure I ask the right questions if I have an idea in my head or not even have to do with this, but just in general. But, yeah, so I'll tell anybody, just, like I said, I'm talking about myself too. Just have to take that leap and jump and figure out why you're doing it. Because, I look at all these people that, all these so-called billionaires and whatnot, and if you start hearing a lot of these people's stories, they'd be like, I just was figuring out as I was going. Some of them some of them had family members that gave them access to money, like a lot of them. But for the ones who didn't, it was just like, I just was figuring out as I went, So, you're right about that. And, keep doing what you're doing, man. I figure you're going to talk to somebody else. And, I mean, that's pretty much in a nutshell. Just take that leap and trust in the people around you that you believe can help you with it. Get with the people who know it and just roll with it, I guess. So I got to do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm speaking of that, probably trying to contact you tomorrow or following day. So.
Yeah, give me a call, man. Definitely give me a call. Let's catch up and do some work.
Mhm.
Yeah, appreciate your comment, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for being a regular, man. Love you, man, and have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, love you too, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and nothing but love for you and your family, and that's all I can say to you, man.
All right, man. Yeah, peace. Yeah, man, we got to stop being afraid to fail, man. It's time for us to stop being afraid to fail. It's time for us to stop caring what people think. You know what I'm saying? People always going to talk. They've been talking. They talking about you. They talking about me. They talking about what happened on TV. They talking about the game. They talking about the water. They talking about what's in the sky, maybe. They talking about, their problems. They're going to talk about their man. They talking about their kid. Man, people talk, man. That's what people do. They talk, man. But it's time for us to stop caring what these people think, man. They fans. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between fans and those who do the things necessary to have fans. Now, you got fans that are positive, you got fans that are negative. The word fan is short for fanatic. and it's fanatical talking about anybody else's business. Look, it's none of my business what you think about me. If it was, the great creator would have given me the ability to read your mind. The fact that I'm not able to read your mind means it's not my business. I keep it moving. Peace, Mellow Man. What's good?
Yo, you got it. Can you hear me, bro?
Yes, sir.
Great. Man, all is well, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely glad and thankful, you know what I'm saying, to be, you know what I'm saying, here right now in the existence with y'all on the line, sharing, you know what I'm saying, the time and space as well. So I thank you, brother. You know, I was really concerned last week, you know what I'm saying. I got some things on the menu on my schedule as well, but I got some things that I was wondering, like, where the hell you at? Like, for real, like, I'm like, what the fuck going on, man? Excuse my expression, but I was like, man, the energy didn't feel right. Like, I've been getting to these points now where individuals I've been dealing with and people I've been able to pick up on certain reading and doing things. It's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, though. But I was like, man, just, you know, sending out energy, you know what I'm saying, invoking the energy and whatnot to the ancestors and the creator and whatnot, just like, you know, take care of my brother, man. You know, I know you will. I trust them. I know they will, but, you know, like, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, it will pass and we'll get back, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. But I'm just thankful, though, bro. I tuned in a bit late tonight. Well, they beefing up security out here on some more shit, but it's cool, though. But yeah, though, bro, I'm definitely thankful, though, man. I'm really thankful, man. And I need to get with you too on the other side. I need to talk on the other side too, man. Go ahead and to set up mode. So yeah, that's what it is, bro. But you know, what's the business though, bro? Everything's good. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. You know, I have no complaints, man. It's just every show gets you know, a little tougher.
Right.
That's
all.
But, you know, I'm just reminded that, you know, I have an audience, people listen, people depend on me, you know, and
that's true.
You know,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, you know, when stuff gets tough, I just remember that. But, you know what I mean, I feel like I've said most everything I can say at this point. But there, you know, there's still stuff I can. You know, there's still stuff.
Right. Exactly. Indeed. I mean, you're an artist though, bro. Still, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, how many hits can you make? You feel me? You know what I'm saying. So, as another thing too, as well, you know, we have to. That's the whole thing about doing this and building instruction, actually soaking up and getting the information and knowledge, is being able to, you know, soak it up and absorb so we can pass it on. Because someone else got to take the ball. That's true. So, yeah, I get it, though. I definitely get it. It's a lot of changes being taking place, too, man. Corporation-wise out here, and also, you know what I'm saying, you know, on other levels for just relationship, person-wise at home with the families and things. So it's a lot of changes taking place and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thankful that we can persevere through, though. We can make it through, bro. So, yeah, man. Look, you just said a lot. You did a lot, you know, and you continue to do, you know what I'm saying, a lot, bro. I just know this, though. I just got a feeling. I know everything has its timing, but, you know, it ain't over. Because when we think it's over, that's when the renewal starts. You know what I'm saying?
It's not over. I mean, Yusuf hit me up, like, he was talking to me, man, like, you know, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you, man. I love you. Thank you. You know, it's definitely a situation where, you know, I wasn't feeling it, but I am feeling it again because the outreach. Like, a lot of people reached out to me last week and over the weekend and stuff. So now I'm here. I'm back. I'm gonna stay consistent again.
Yeah, man. I was gonna hit you up. Like, I promise you, man. Like, man, on the ancestors, bro. Like, if that night, I said, okay, well, you know, small, you know, I like technical difficulty. I said, all right. Then Thursday, and later, like, Man, like, man, they need to hit So up, man. Email him, hit him, some kind of way. Send a kite, I don't know, a ego, or dove, something, man. Send it, give it your bro. Like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. I was with that feeling, but that feeling just it stood throughout. So it conveyed through others, and I'm glad. And shout out to them too, man. Shout out to everybody that you done built with and helped, brought a change of condition to their lives, man. All the brothers and sisters that listen and come on to the show. Shout out to them too for what they do and who they are, man. They have grown since then. We were added to the foundation. The foundation have added to us. So yeah, man, definitely. Beautiful, man. It's truly beautiful. I'm glad all is well. You know what I'm saying? So we'll know when it, the final, as they say, when the fat when the song. But yeah.
I'll announce. I'll make an announcement. I ain't just gonna drop off. But it won't be any. I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm not gonna say it won't be any time soon, but it won't be in the next week or so. It won't be in the next 2 months. Right.
Exactly. So yeah, man. Man, it's real in the field like yourself. I mean, it's real, man. It's really real, and real is an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm doing right now is like I'm working on this what is it? It's a community development entity. So it's with the United States Treasury, and there are funds available for these types of entities, like new market tax credits, and what getting the proper designation and then getting certified allows for receipt of these funds from community development financial institutions. And this is really creating affordable housing and low-income housing for our people. And I've been working on this thing like a year. And I'm really starting to wrap it up, which means like I got a company, I got this construction company that I did this community development entity that I did, and I did this this other trust that I'm going to be using to hold specific shares of these other companies and stuff. So I've been working really hard on like making an impact in the community and providing like my main thing. I want to provide affordable housing and low income housing. I want you to be able to get like a nice 3-bedroom apartment, with amenities, in a nice little washer and dryer and your stuff. You know what I'm saying, for like $700, $600, something like that. You know what I mean?
Man, cost effective, affordable, right.
It's a curriculum. It's and I'm getting to the point where I'm now starting to do charitable works in the public. I have a private family foundation that is tax exempt. So, we hand out backpacks to school children who don't have backpacks with, school supplies, pencils, pens, notebooks, hand sanitizer, even some socks and underwear, just because, I know what it is. And, I'm getting more involved in community development and community really activism. So as I transition to do that more and more, this inevitably is going to take the back burner. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unfortunately. Having a direct impact in like on families, on my people, on their lives, like providing homes, like is very rewarding. It's really rewarding, and I want to take more time and focus more on that.
Gotcha.
But I will, I'm gonna finish out the year, man. It's October, November, December. I'll finish out the year, definitely, at the very least.
Okay.
And then I'll just, come January 1st, I'll just, I'll reassess my situation where I'm at, my time availability, and all these other things. And then they got this thing like, you can't, the statute saying that you can't specifically say that this is for a certain race or something. The same thing with the endowment. Like I'm setting up this endowment with this, this university. And, they're saying, with the funds, you can't say that it's for, so-called black people, but you can say it's for, this income, this blah, 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 blah. So, I'm working my way around that. And really, if I put an income cap on it, it's going to be our people anyway. But, there's
True.
There's others.
True.
There's others as well. And, our people, they don't link up like the Somalians do. Our people don't link up like the Mexicans do. Our people don't link up like the Italians do. Our people don't link up like the Jews do.
That's right. Right.
And my thing is right now is attempting to formulate this entity to kind of keep those people out or minimize those people and maximize my people specifically. I'm really working on that, working with people, and I'm dealing with this city commissioner, and I'm really on some stuff right now. So,
okay.
It's just, I think there's a season for everything, and seasons come and seasons go.
That's
we'll
true.
See, man. We'll see.
Right. Definitely. Food, clothing, shelter, man. Main necessities, indeed.
Exactly.
I can dig it. I'm definitely with it, man. That's where we should. That's where our focal point should be at. When we go to work, before we go to work, while we at work, and when we get off. That's where our focal point should be. The main necessities. You know what I'm saying? All having been dealt with in trust.
Right.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's powerful, though. I like it, man. It's truly beautiful. I'm glad you're reaching out to the public out there and conducting other affairs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's what you really call getting out the mud. That's how you get it out the mud like that. Take nothing, turn it into something. So yeah.
When you go college, it's almost a requirement that you get. You go start a charity or something like that. You start giving back. You start helping others. And like I said, this trust stuff ain't for everybody. And those who it's for,
right.
who it's not for, maybe affordable housing is for. Maybe some of these clothing giveaways are for, or it's just the grants for. If you got a house or you got an apartment already, and something happened, got an entity. You can come, let us know what's going on, fill out a small little application, and, we'll write a check straight to your landlord, like, here, make it happen. Definitely not going to give you the money, but we will write the check to your landlord if you qualify.
Right.
And, my thing is just modifying the qualifications to maximize my people. And not because I'm a racist or prejudiced, I'm not. It's just, everywhere I went, around the world, my people in the lowest economic position. That's just what I'm on there.
Right. Man, that's powerful, man. That's true. Wow, man. I'm glad you got a chance to get around and explore like that. You know what I'm saying? See the other side of the diasporas and experience these different conditions and see what need to be done, man. Because a lot of us, so to speak, over here, we never ever got out across the world, traveled much, met nobody or anything. We kind of feel like complacent, like we the only ones going through this or something, like like no one can feel what you're going through. Nobody, man. You don't really know what I'm going through, like yada. But what I'm saying, the thing is our people need to know that this is all over. It's all over the border. It don't just what is poverty don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't care or has a specific who it selects. So yeah, definitely. So that's powerful, man. That's really powerful, bro. I'm here. It's here, and we're gonna keep studying. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt, because we have a purpose in the cause. So you know what I'm saying, to fulfill. So that's definitely what it is, bro. I'm gonna do what I gotta do on my behalf. I know, to take care of my estate, because when I realized once you secure, and put in place your estate, you're able to actually help someone else. You know what I'm saying? You can really start to properly conduct and do business now. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have your estate together, you know what I'm saying, secured, you know what I'm saying, for the inheritance and whatnot, how can you really just help someone else. Like, really, you're not. You know?
I mean,
that's really what's going on right now in a nutshell, bro. Like, we helping all these other estates, Walmart, McDonald's, yada 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 yada. We helping all these other estates, and we are not doing, we're neglecting and bashing out on our own. We thinking we're secure, but we're not. Like, you're not secure. You're working for shit that can be took and handled, snatched from you. It can debo your properties. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do is die, catch a headache, and lead to debt, and then the pain for the little ones. We got to get away from that, man. Anybody that breathes that type of shit, throwing money in the air without having a security form of the state of something that can be, replicated, and actually change the condition as it being passed down. We need to watch out what we're doing, man, really. Really though, man. That's why I cut the entertainment short. So it's truly what it is, man. Ain't no game about this state. You know what I'm saying? You need to wake up right now. Like, we insecure and shit. We need to wake up right now. So it is, bro. I'm just gonna do like this, man. I'm starting from the financial state of dealing with the business too. 'Cause I know that's where a lot of stuff started. Signing shit, existing a certain way within it and doing it, man. I need to just recorrect that. Let's get the credit together. Let's set up a different setup. You know what I'm saying? Where I can better do business, conduct things over here. 'Cause this weekend, so I went on and did like my client, the lady with the land, with the house and things, the school teacher. She soon said she's gonna open up a school, and she wanted me to come through and help the children and show them, teach them the importance about growing and agriculture and the difference between organics and genetically modified. Because we put that down in the city where we at down here once before, so that's already kind of like sticks out and knows community gardens and things of that nature. So. But she was like, yeah. But I went on and did her yard, man, and I was just thinking while I was doing, like, man, I was just thinking, I'm not even set up like I want to be or properly. Like, I'm conveying a service right now, but when I get ready to receive, and be reciprocated for, what I'm saying, my terms of payment in return, like, I would like to receive it in a whole other different setup in a position, but it wasn't, so I had to accept, like, how can I make the check? That's the first thing that popped in my mind. She said, where you want me to make the check out to? I was like, damn, look at you. So I figured, you live and you learn, man. You live and you learn, man.
You could have been like, man, Mellow Bay Trust.
Yeah, you feel me? I'm already, that was going through my mind already. Or the LLC, small care and whatever, miscellaneous, whatever, man. Just could have been that, But it's good though. We own it.
I got a duplex and have renters. So like the city comes in and does rental expenses. So I had to like do some repairs and stuff. So I contracted this dude to do some repairs.
Right.
When I paid him with the check, and it said the family trust on it. He looked at the check and looked at the check. And he looked at me. He was like, "You got a trust fund?" I was like, "Nah. I mean, trust the family. It's private." He was like, "Man, I need to talk to you."
Wow.
He had done work at other properties, Europeans' properties, and he had seen similar instruments, but they wouldn't talk to him about it. And he was like, "Well, you talk to me about it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll talk to you about it." He was like, "Man, I need to talk to you, man."
Is that brother on the show? Is that brother on the line now? Possibly listening?
No. It's an older brother. Like, my man's like 60.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nah. It's I have a lot of clients locally. I have a lot, especially now. Like, word's gotten out, so I'm every day I'm doing something. Every day. Like I said, like I'm dealing with the city commissioner. Once I plugged up with the city commissioner, man, like it's just open. I mean, I met the mayor, all types of stuff, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, key to you about to get the key to the city, so.
I know the city's public, man. I don't need none of that, man. I'm private.
I feel you. They might want to give you a little symbol or a resemblance of some representation of it, man. Just a replica.
I ain't accepting nothing that they have to do. Because it comes with some sort of liability.
That's true. That is true. That's true. Indeed. You're right. About it. All right, T.
Man, I'm gonna wrap this up. Hit me up, man. I'll look forward, to talking to you tomorrow or something, man. Hit me up.
Bet. Speaking to the universe, indeed, just like that. That's right, correct, man. 'Cause I got some things going on, man. I got the automobile now. We talking about insurance and all this and yada, man. So yeah. 'Cause most stuff is just kind of tacking on, man. So got you, man.
That's good. All right, man. Have a great one, man. Love you, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. In a minute, bro. Peace to God.
All right, that's it, y'all. I'm wrapping it up. I know there's more callers. I love y'all, but not happening. It's way past streaming, and who knows, man. But love y'all. Make sure you check out Welcome to the Foundation. Get your PDF. Read. It's free, man. Just download it. Like save it to your hard drive or something, and check it out, man. It's worth it on your downtime. Just invest in your private education. Welcome to the Foundation. You can book a consultation. Definitely make a donation. You can find all the social media, pages and stuff if you're into that. I'll really be hitting Instagram. That's where I be at on the foundation. I don't Twitter, not so much. Facebook, yeah. I do the Facebook page, but really it's the Instagram because I like to put a lot of information on Instagram, and I just like that platform. So check out the Instagram. You can find that on welcometothefoundation.com. If you're interested in trustee training, you're interested in starting your own business, your operating agreement, your corporate bylaws, classifying properly on the federal level, what form to do taxes, so on and so forth. How do I find an accountant? All these things. Email me, admin@welcometothefoundation.com. We can do a consultation. I'll make it worth your while. I do my best to give more value than people expect. Because we're getting taken advantage of so many different places. It ain't gonna happen on the foundation, all right? So, as always, take care of yourself and enjoy yourself, and always invest in your private education. And a lot of y'all working these jobs need to really start looking at retraining, whether you can get retraining assistance or you just got to handle it on yourself on your free time. 2025 is coming fast, and we're going to be in positions that are not beneficial if we don't prepare for them. It's another reason why I'm still going to do this show, man, because we need it. But in the meantime, y'all take care of yourself, love yourself. Remember, the key is to believe, begin, become. Consistency and dedication change lives, change worlds, change finances, changes countries, changes families, changes positive change. And understand and remember that if you don't have it in your hands, you can't throw it in the air. So with that being said, I love you. I believe in you. You can do it. Take care of yourself. Enjoy yourself. And I'll catch you next time on The Foundation.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.